Welcome to another episode of Around Town with Jake and Melissa. And this week we're starting our 2-week special about all the haunted spots around Athens County. Today we are focusing on the Ridges, which is the lunatic asylum that is known as one of the most haunted spots in all of the U.S.
Yeah, so the Ridges, there's a lot of folklore and a lot of ghost stories that come along with it. It was built in 1874 and actually ran as the Athens Lunatic Insane Asylum until 1993. There is just all these stories. Margaret Schilling is the most prevalent ghost story. So in December of 1979, she was playing hide and go seek with some of the resident nurses, and they got distracted and didn't go look for her. It was a month later when they found her body. That outline of her body is perfectly preserved in the floor. When the Ridges was open for tours, you could go in and you would actually see the outline of her body. They say that they've scrubbed it, they've changed the flooring, and that outline still comes back. So one of the other things is the cemeteries here on the Ridges. There's 3. Unfortunately, a lot of the patients didn't have money. They were incarcerated here, so the cemeteries only have numbers. They didn't really have a proper burial or tombstones. And one of the cemeteries is actually a circle of the tombstones. And it is known that the witches come here during this fall season and they perform seances.
It's absolutely fascinating, all the stories you hear about the Ridges. And we're going to run over to the Ohio University campus, which is also known as for some really terrifying tales. Some of the most active spots are located here on West Green, which is rumored to be built on an old burial ground. One of the most interesting stories is that of a ghostly water buffalo with no head that seems to wander the campus at night. The legend goes that Stroud, the water buffalo, was decapitated in order to hide treasure in its skull. Spooky. One of the creepiest stories involves a dorm room within Wilson Hall where a girl supposedly committed suicide. Many have claimed to see the face of a demon inside the wood grain of that door. So I'm telling you, that's absolutely terrifying.
That is absolutely terrifying, Jake. And one of the stories that I've heard to go along with is that OU doesn't rent that dorm anymore because there's been too much paranormal activity going on. And so they keep it boarded up and nobody's allowed in there. So Athens, is known as one of the most haunted places, and by the stories that Jake and I have been telling you, you can see that. For the first time ever, the Fairfield and the Hampton, we have put together a Haunted Athens Trail package. What your package will include is your overnight accommodations, a late checkout, and then you're going to have a customized Haunted Athens Trail self-guided map. And then we'll have some other spectacular little gifts that go along with this. Our package is going to run from October 1st to October 31st. Also, we want to hear your ghost stories. We want to hear anything that you have experienced in Athens, so comment below and let us know.
And to stay tuned next week where we go explore Moonville Tunnel and along with a couple other spooky spots around Athens. Take care.